The story of Marissa and her name is a love story. It started on January 4th, 1992, when Mark and I were married. The next 6 years would be a roller coaster of emotions. So many negative pregnancy tests, we probably could have funded Marissa's college education if only we had bought stock in EPT or first response or maybe Kleenex from drying the river of tears that roller coaster caused. In the midst of that mean roller coaster ride, we had a name. It was all we had, but it meant so much to us. Marissa Pearl Cooper. I knew one day she would arrive. She had to. We were waiting. In June of 1997, we finally got the positive results that we were hoping for. 9 very long months later, that magical day finally came. February 16th, 1998, my Marissa Pearl arrived. She was perfect. So, why the funny spelling? Well, I assure you, we didn't choose the spelling to exasperate my mother-in-law, who holds her doctorate in English and teaches AP English Language and Composition to students around the world. You see, Marissa is a beautiful blend of my husband and I. We felt it would be fitting that her name be that as well. M-A-R, that's the first 3 letters of my husband's name, Mark. And E-S-A, those are the last 3 letters of my given name, Teresa. Her middle name has dual importance to us. First, it comes from one of my favorite scriptures, Matthew 13:45 and 46. It says, "Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant in search of fine pearls. When he found one very precious pearl, he went and sold all that he owned and he bought it." That one very precious pearl in this scripture talks about each one of us. So valuable to God that he would give all he had to be with us. Well, as best as my finite mind and heart can fathom, that's how valuable my precious Marissa Pearl is to me. This sweet lady is my great Aunt Pearl. She raised my daddy, and she's just like a grandmother to me. She and Marissa have always had that same special connection. From the very first time Aunt Pearl held my tiny, beautiful girl in her arms, to even now as Marissa is growing into a lovely young woman and Aunt Pearl is nearing her 90th birthday. My sweet Marissa Pearl, this is the story of who you are. You, my precious one, are the love of my life, the apple of my eye, and the conglomeration of many ages gone by, full of people who have loved and still love you more than you will ever know. You're the great-granddaughter of a courageous railroad man, squatting in Oklahoma to claim and protect the land where he would raise his 6 children with his dedicated wife. You're the great-granddaughter of a precious, soft-spoken, giving lady who raised her 6 children in the valley of South Texas. You are the great niece of Pearl, matriarch of the Howard family, strong, loving, strict, but kind, and who unselfishly gave up her teen years to raise the man you called Grandpa. You are the great-granddaughter of 2 people who lived and loved in rural Alabama, teaching their kids the deep-seated values, morals, and ways of Southern living. You are the granddaughter of a teacher and lover of the English language who fills her home not only with her own family, but welcomes with open arms many children from around the world to come and experience all that America has to offer. You are the granddaughter of a military man, hard-working, family-driven, and dearly missed by all who knew him. You are the granddaughter of a God-fearing family man, working to teach his kids and surrogate kids all that he can about life with few words and many actions. You are the granddaughter of a peacemaker, willing to give up her own heart's desires to see that each member of her family had all they needed for success. You are the daughter of a logical, analytical man, one who is kind, self-sacrificing, soft-spoken, and so full of love for you, happy to give all that he has and more to see you reach every dream you ever dare to dream. You are the daughter of me, in many more ways than you realize at this point in your life. Strong, determined, compassionate, independent, and giving. You are me made over again, but in a new way that will change the world as we all know it and make it a better place, because you are here. You, my precious Marissa, are the love of my life, the apple of my eye, and the conglomeration of many ages gone by, full of people who have loved and still love you more than you will ever know. Little did we know when we chose her name, at its root Marissa means of the sea. This precious girl was destined all along to do exactly what her name has told her. You see, Marissa has had a plan for her life since she was big enough to dream of what she wanted to be when she grew up. Of course, it has evolved like dreams do, but it has always had to do with caring for sea life. So Marissa Pearl, you chase those dreams, and we'll be here reminding you of all that you're destined to be. No matter what you do, no matter where your dreams take you, you will always be our precious Marissa Pearl.